may I invite you to take the space you feel well in, and if you don't feel that, and if you rather feel just like watching, also by watching you can inwardly connect with us and do eurythmy inwardly. And we always begin with just taking up contact with the realm of our heart, with our chest, with our breath. And then we slowly let go, and we sink through the body down into the earth. But we keep contact with the body in a way that it feels carried and upright. And then we let go, and we repeat it one more time. So the question is, can we let go and connect with our depth? And just by staying in contact with us, we become carried and upright. Connecting with our middle. Feeling through the body, through the legs, down into the earth. Detecting the countercurrents carrying us. And carrying the heart and the breath. Let go and let your breath react. Breathe. If we have pain in our back, there's so many different reasons, but in a way it's most of the time something is crunching me. And maybe the first thing we have to remember that in our origin we are angels, or we have an angel, and we are connected with the angel. So just feel your shoulder blades, feel your back, feel your arms and the back of your hands, and just connect with the space behind. And then slowly let your arms rise, as if they would be weightless. They rise up. And now allow the arms that they a little bit pull even your back. And then slowly let your arms be carried down again. And just detect all these little things which carry the arms, like little bands, ties. And then let go. So it's not you are carrying the arm up, but they are somehow drawn upwards and they are carried downwards again. A little step backwards. Again, connect with your back, your arms. And slowly let them be carried down again. Let your breath react a little step backwards if there is space. Otherwise, do it forward. And now, when we just let our arms rise, maybe just feel into your spine. If you feel in your spine, something light or like a ray of light going down. And when we let the arms sink again, maybe you feel something growing through your spine upwards, just to have a sensation there. Yeah? The spine loves it to be perceived. Yeah? So, just let your arms grow, be carried. If they need help, help them. And look a little bit into your spine. What's happening there? There's a space in there. And then slowly let your arms think again. Your arms are carried, but you look into your spine and maybe you detect something streaming upwards and so on. And let go. If there's space for another little step backwards, do it. Or if it's too close, like in my case, I do a step forward. Never feel obliged to do what I do. And there is nothing, no liquid streaming up and down. It's just a feeling which is going through the spine because you perceive it. And this feeling is, it's a worth for your body. Yeah. So if you feel something move, it's more your feeling in there which you feel. Okay. We let our arms rise, and where they need help, we help them. And when they do it themselves, we enjoy it. And that's why it's so slowly, because we enjoy it so much. So wonderful. Oh, what's happening in my spine? And we go down. And we take a breath. Now we have already worked a little bit on the air. Yeah? And just we bend now the back a little bit, but in a way we want to do it not physically, but in a way etherically. So we now do a sort of, those of you who have been with me already for, I don't know if it was in German or here, we did the rhythmical air. And we just repeat it a little bit, because maybe you even touch your ribs here and put your fingers in there. And then you can practice that you just move your chest, you roll it in, and the space between your ribs becomes smaller. And then you roll your chest out, and the space between your ribs becomes bigger, wider. And that's why I put my fingers there, because then I feel, if I really move my chest, and do not just bend my spine somewhere else, but here, and I widen the space. And we do it the last time, we narrowing the space, we roll in, and we roll out a little bit. And we let go, and let your breath react. And that's what frees the movement a little bit, if we concentrate on something here, which is not the movement itself, and then the rest of the movement can become much freer. So the spine moves freer, as if I would say I must roll in and out. No, I concentrate on the space and on the little muscles here. Let's do it again. And now don't use your fingers, but just feel now where your fingers have been, and feel the muscles, and just roll these muscles in, and the lower part of your back stays straight. Yeah? This part resists, and then you stretch, and you are completely in your rib cage, the fine muscles of the ribs. And with them you move the whole body, rolling in and rolling out. In the rhythmical air, as you do it in rhythm therapy, then you move your arms like this together with this movement. Yeah? This movement, what we've done, takes our arms along. We now do it a little bit different. Yeah? We have our feet in front and in back, and we do the air gesture in a way that the fingers are down there, and then they come up here, and then they come forward, and they come down. And now for the moment we stay upright a little bit. The fingers come up, and when they come forward we do a little step, and they come down in front. It's a circle. Towards me, up, forward, step and down. Sorry, I was too late. And let go. And try to feel this quality of the feeling in your body, and the arms just follow. So don't have the feeling I move my arms like a circle, but I use the muscles of my body to do this movement. So we just stand like this, and I contract a little bit to bring, I let the rise a little bit, and I use my muscles to let go. Next time we do the step, or maybe you have done it, I forgot it. Yes, like this, and you do this step. Everything is preparation for what's coming now. And just try a little bit, okay. And I want to do it with my body, not with my arms, okay. Good. And now do it very gentle, that we combine this bowing in, do it once again, bowing in, forward, and bending backwards a little bit. And do it with the muscles of your rib. Bend in a little bit, and stretch a little bit, but just the chest, not this part. This stays stable. Okay. And now we combine it. We go down and roll in a little bit, and we stretch a little bit. And we roll in a little bit, and we stretch a little bit. And we roll in a little bit, and we stretch a little bit, and stop. And now I want to ask you not to work hard at all. It's just like tasting it. Yeah? I'm not bending hard, I'm not stretching hard. It's just I feel into this direction. You remember, we want to approach the rose and the lily, not something heavy or something like this. In another way, we're already preparing ourselves a little bit. And maybe we even have the feeling we grow a little bit while we do this. So it's a little bit bending, very tender. And it's a little bit stretching. And it's always the chest. It's just the chest bending a little bit. And very tender, just And I have the feeling I'm growing, I'm becoming bigger. I'm growing. And last time, I'm growing. And then I stand and breathe. We do it a last time if you feel good. And if it does not feel good, just do it in your fantasy now. Yeah? Maybe it's too early to only do it in the fantasy, but you could do this. But now we just bend a very little bit, and we overstretch only a very little bit. And we bend only a little bit, and have the feeling we grow and stretch a little bit. Bend a little bit, bringing it in. Stretch a little bit. Bend a little bit. Stretch a little bit, and just stand. Relax. And just let things flow away. And keep the feeling of uprightness. And what we have been doing, we have felt our wings, and we had this bending of the upper body. And now, as a third element, we start to do the U with the feet. And just the U is just bringing things together. Left and right touch each other, like this. And have the feeling you become very small. Not small, thin. Your left and your right force systems just touch, and you feel this plane. you are creating through this. And then let go. I make a step backwards because I have space there. You do it as you want. And you remember, eurythmy is the art of contradictions. So if it becomes small, other parts like our lung and other parts of the body just to start to resist becoming small, they feel wide and generous. So let's do this again. We just feel with our arms into the left and right a little bit. This streams together and brings our arms together. And also my hips and my feet, everything just becomes small. But in my spine, I feel supported and I feel light. And I let go. I do another step, I just turn that you can see me a little bit differently. I have my arms left and right. I let them stream together. And I become very, very zen. And we let go. And now we just leave our arms relaxed, and then we finish this part. And just if you need something to hold on a chair or a cupboard next to you, don't hesitate to stand next to something, because we go a little bit on the toes now. But just in order to feel, so we go on the toes. Oh no, we just start to feel, to become small again. We become small. And then we go on the toes a little bit. And then slowly we go down with our heels, but in order to feel we become bigger, 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 bigger. The more, and the heels only slightly touch the floor, but I become bigger. Relax, do a step forward or backwards. I come a little bit closer, become thin again, feel the touching. The arms do not necessarily have to do it, feel it in your legs. Go a little bit on your toes. And then slowly come down, but feel I'm becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, and my spine longer and longer and longer. Let the breath react, and we do it 2 more times. I do a step forward now. My legs become small, thin. And when I go up, never mind if I wobble or if I don't, or how much it wobbles, I just enjoy this feeling of a plane between my legs, and I come down in order to become bigger and bigger and bigger. And I feel very upright now. And we do it the last time. Just stand. Let the streams down where your legs are flow together. They feel like coming together. I slowly go on my heels, but only in order to come down now and to become bigger and bigger and bigger inwardly. I enjoy the size of mine. I let go and let my breath react. I feel my back, my shoulder blades, my hips, my chest. Please sit down for a moment just to listen to the resonance and how is it doing to you. What's your body perception? And everything is okay. What's the first thing coming into your in front of your inner eye? Something which maybe is sort of pain in the back, or a very different place like a leg, a foot, clavicles, which are in my case very strong now to perceive. Feel free, whatever it is. And then move on to another place and observe there. How do your lower arms feel now? How does the realm of your ribs feel now? Is it more warmth, or is it more something light and mobile and fresh? Both is possible. How do you perceive your hips, your lower belly? Your head, is it more like a square or like a ball? If you move it slightly, does it weigh on your shoulders, or is it carried by the spine? Let your breath flow. Great. Thanks for this start. I hope you could follow. I hope those of you who thought I have sometimes pain in my back or I have pain now, it did you good, because the same exercise, it always depends if you take it a little bit too much. Oh, I want this to make it work. The important thing is just to play with it, to touch it, and invite these forces to develop. So it's a different way of working and freeing these areas than just to take them and now you have to be painless, but just we give them the space they need. And I hope you can take it and use it a little bit if you want to. And don't hesitate to make your own exercises out of it.